got to get those next time. Because last I heard he was living with his sister moved into his house. And then I heard something about, he said something about moving in, he was the friend, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. And presumably that would have some effect. Yes. So that's the thing. They say that that really is useful. Serves you.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Mel. I'm the president of the fellowship this year. Come, whoever you are, holding various beliefs, whatever your skin color, whatever your age or gender identity, whatever your abilities, whomever you love. You are welcome at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Statesboro. You are welcome in this, our religious home. I extend a warm welcome to all of our visitors and guests this morning. If you would like, I invite you to take a moment now to introduce yourself if you want to. All of our visitors will stay secret this morning. That's nice to you. We hope you have given or will give us some contact information for our guest registry, which is near the front entrance, or you can find more information about us on our webpage at uustatesboro.org. For the month of April, half of our offering that is not designated as a pledge will be shared with Keep Statesboro Bullock Beautiful. Thank you for sharing your resources during our offertory later in the service. Now I will invite you to join with me in reciting our congregational affirmation, which is right here.
Love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
And Teresa's going to help me with our chalice lighting.
Good morning.
Morning.
Each Sunday, we light the chalice of our religious heritage. We do this for our ancestors who taught us through their various religious traditions by their actions for justice and for hope. We do this for our children who are learning the traditions we teach and who learn more from our actions than our words. We do this for ourselves so that we are inspired to remember our beginnings, reflect on who we are now, and spread our wings as we understand who we seek to become. So please join me with our chalice lighting words.
This is our chalice of love and light, uniting us all by day and night.
If you would like to stand and join us, we will sing Rise Up, O Flame to Trust in
Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
While you're standing, you can turn
silver.
You were back, right?
You lost?
I might say no.
Way out of your interview.
I didn't read anybody.
Are these yours? No. Marsh on the side? I don't know.
I didn't think it very loud. It is now time for our story for all ages. Andrew is helping with this morning. You are young in body or spirit. We will welcome you to this.
Love having an audience. Okay, well, I will confess, Mo asked me to read this story, and I have never read it before. This one is called Teach Your Dragon to Share. Yes, okay, I'm very excited. So let me read this one. Teach your dragon to share. Hello, my name is Drew, and I am very glad you're here. Meet my dragon, Didgeridoo. But let me make it clear. Didgeridoo is tame and trained. He's as gentle as can be. And ever since I got him, he's been a great friend to me. Didgeridoo. Digger.
That's how we say it.
Oh. See, I'm from Boston. We say didgeridoo. Thank you. Thank you. Since Didgeridoo was little, he needed to be taught about things that he should do and things that he should not. To say please and thank you. No. Like always, use good manners. Say thank you and please, and cover up his mouth and nose when he must cough or sneeze. Let's practice that. Got that into the elbow. There you go. Used to be into your hand. Crazy, right? Oh, gosh. He learned to play with toys, to be careful not to break them, and clean up all his messes whenever he would make them. I like this didgeridoo. He learned to mind his temper and not look for stuff to burn. The list was rather long of all the things he had to learn. Okay. I never shall forget how Didgeridoo became aware of why it is important that we all must learn to share. Share. I'd like to tell the story to boys and girls you like of how my dragon learned to share, so you can learn it too. Okay. Not too long ago, I forgot to show the picture. It's an important part. He's learning to share anyway. Look, he's giving her a hold. Not like this. Okay. Not too long ago, before Didgeridoo learned a better way, he kept the toys all for himself, so no one else could play. I'm all alone, cried Didgeridoo, and I'm not having fun. Everyone has a lot of friends. I'd be happy just to have one. What? Mother baked an apple pie and sat it on the shelf. Didgeridoo saw it sitting there and ate it by himself. What? He licked his lips and then declared, that pie was yummy. Then he left. Then he felt a rumble and an ache inside his tummy. He ate too much pie. Too much pie. Well, I think that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna learn. Didgery aced his spelling test and he was feeling swell. Instead of sharing his good news, he chose not to tell. And even though it made him glad, he didn't comprehend that joy is twice as nice when we share it with a friend. Hey, we're getting there. Once Didgery got his feelings hurt and he was feeling blue, but I'll get there. But he didn't tell a single soul. No one had a clue. He kept his hurt all bottled up and bore it all alone. His buddies could have cheered him up if they had only known. Didgeridoo's a helper. One thing he does that's cool is help the teacher clean the classroom daily after school. When other friends asked to help, he told them, go away. So when Didgeridoo was working, the others went to play. Didgeridoo's life was kind of tough, so I told him, don't despair. You need some lessons in learning how to share. Didgeridoo said, I'm listening. I could use a tip or two regarding what I'm doing wrong and what I ought to do. He's asking for help on how to share. Let's see. I think he's got this. If you want more friends, I said, here's what you should do. Share your toys with other kids, and they will share theirs with you. When you have an apple pie, give everyone a slice. Then they'll split their treats with you. Doesn't that sound nice? Yeah, he's getting there. When you have good news to tell, I think you'll find it true that when you share it with some friends, they'll be happy too. Oh, everybody's like, good grade, good job. Okay. I didn't know buddies could do thumbs up, that's great. Also share with others when life doesn't go as planned. They'll rally round and cheer you up. Your friends will understand. Oh, here we go. And when you share the chores you have, I think you'll agree. You'll have more fun and get more done. Try it and you'll see. Didgeridoo scratched his head and said, that's good advice, no doubt. You've never steered me wrong before. Okay, I'll try it out. So Didgeridoo began to share a little bit each day, and then he shared with me what he learned along the way. It wasn't always easy, and sometimes he'd forget, but Didgeridoo learned his lessons about how to share. You bet. Drew, he said, I now can see that sharing's worth the trouble. For when you share the good thing, your happiness will double. But when it comes to duties or sorrows that you bear, you can cut them right in half. Just remember, you must share. I was proud of Didgeridoo. I could see that he's smart, for he had learned his lessons and he'd taken it to heart. So will you share or won't you? The choice is up to you. You'll be happy if you share, just like my Didgeridoo. That's it. Thank you. Okay. we go through the bridge, we gotta say our little children's affirmation. Ready? We are Unitarian Universalists, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. All right, let's make the bridge.
Bridge time. We shelter you to warm our hearts as you pass through. May our love guide you as you go to help you learn and help you grow.
This time we have our first reading.
When you go into the woods and look at trees, you see all these different trees. And some of them are bent, and some of them are straight, and some of them are evergreens, and some of them are whatever. And you look at the tree and you allow it. You see why it is the way it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light, and so it turned that way. And you don't get all emotional about it. You just allow it. You appreciate the tree. The minute you get near humans, you lose all of it. And you're constantly saying, you are to this, or I'm to that. That judging mind comes in. And so I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are.
Let's observe a moment. So for today, this is my favorite song in the world, and I wrote a really mediocre cover for it. Objectively, it's mediocre, it's fine, but I hope that you'll be able to hear the words for it and pull something out of it. This microphone is It was for it to just Is it working now? Sometimes you just gotta turn it off and back up. And not have a panic attack. Someone asked me to speak on this topic specifically, and because of who I am as a person, there wasn't any way I was going to say no, especially when I didn't have a better idea. But the more I thought and discerned about what needed to be said, the more I reflected on how I really felt like the worst person in the world to be talking about this. I've spent most of my life feeling very isolated and ostracized in groups and feeling like an alien in spaces that were supposed to feel like home. And some of this was neurodivergence and some of this was my queer identity, but honestly a lot of this was the result of the walls I built with my own hands. So I say that to say that I'm preaching to myself more than anyone else that might be listening. In her book, Intentionally Inclusive, Marcia J. Patton writes that, quote, "Building a relationship with the other is the first step towards inclusion. We can't just say you are welcome to our table. That is hospitality, but not full inclusion because the table is very much ours." She goes on to say that building relationships is important for relationships' sake without seeking a particular outcome. The first time that I read this, it really shook me because I realized that I had been living my life navigating relationships with an agenda I didn't even know that I was carrying. When we're born, the first lesson that we learn in life is that we need other people to survive. If we are hungry, we cry. If we're cold, we cry. In pain, we cry. In fear, we cry. If we cry and our caregiver does not respond to us, there is a real physical threat to our survival. We carry these lessons into our adulthood. We are innately communal beings, having created diverse cultures and societies that all center around these concepts of cohabitating with others, sharing resources and time and energy, creating families, and pursuing futures. It is interesting that love is at the center of every human experience, but we do not always recognize that shared humanity when we are presented with the inherent differences perpetuated by different life experiences. In Buddhism and secularly adjacent mindfulness practices, there is an emphasis on gentle non-attachment, which just means that we listen, we notice, we don't judge, and we react to experiences with the flexibility and curiosity of water exploring a new container. Living with love at the center means letting go of our ideas about what things should be done, what people should think, how someone should behave, what we should believe. It means letting go of our own agendas, whether we knew we were carrying them or not, to simply meet people exactly where they're at. I have noticed that Unitarian Universalists walk a fine line when it comes to meeting people where they're at. It is the wall between inviting people into our religious home and trying to keep it a safe space for those of us that are already here. I've overheard and been a part of many conversations around this topic of truly, who is welcome here? Do we welcome all? Or do we only welcome all who welcome all? I fell in love with Unitarian Universalism because it was a space where my gifts and my rough edges could be loved side by side. It was a space where growth was celebrated, vulnerability welcomed, and curiosity encouraged. In Unitarian Universalism, it is impossible to live by our values when we maintain the illusion that separation is not only possible but necessary sometimes. I know if I were to ask any one of you, myself included, how separation fits into our congregation, most of us would know that there is a correct answer. And that the correct answer is to say something about how we welcome all here, or deny separation altogether. Maybe some of our UU history buffs even cite our own history. We talk about how we've grown from our ancestors' mistakes. But this is not enough, nor does it encapsulate the full picture. Every Sunday, we promise in our congregational affirmation that love is the spirit of this fellowship and service is its prayer. As Unitarian Universalists, we are called, each of us, to be ministers of that spirit of love, whether we claim the title of minister or not. We are each responsible for facilitating radical welcome, meeting every person where they're at. We are a faith that welcomes all with love. Someone told me recently that it takes nothing to be kind. It takes nothing to be kind. We do not always have the capacity to move mountains, even when we want to be able to. One of the first things I noticed about UUs was how involved we are in our communities. But the flip side of that coin is that many of us seem to be torn between saving the world and caring for our individual selves. Leon Spencer, who's over here, I'm sorry, I'm about to quote you, told me once that when he was growing up down the street from a UU congregation, that UUs were described to him as the good white people. As a white person who grew up in white culture in the South, we are really good at maintaining separateness. If I had a nickel for every time I've heard a white person say, I have to do this, especially when speaking about community organizing and service, I'd be quite well off. I've heard a lot of white UUs cite their lifetime of experience in human services and community organizing or another resume building item as the reason why I have to do this. White people love to pretend that I can save the world alone with stoic resolve and that I am the hero of our story. And I include myself in this. I'm not saying don't quit all of your service that you're doing out in the community. Please don't do that. It is a growing edge for sure, and one that maintains the illusion of separateness between us. But the truth is that, no, I don't have to do all of these things alone. But we can. I'm not talking about overthrowing systems that took generations to build and will take generations more to break down, although this is a necessary and valiant future that we can help create. I'm not saying burn yourself out doing every service project possible or letting people take and take from you until there is nothing left. Living with love at the center does mean saying no sometimes. If you feel empowered to join your 15th community organization when you leave today, then you missed the point. I'm talking about breaking down the walls we built without meaning to that are within our own reach in this congregation. Getting rid of the space that says it feels uncomfortable to sign a card for someone I don't know. And the space that says I'm afraid to ask for help from people that go here that I don't know that well. Or conversely, to offer help because you don't want to intrude. Interdependence is recognizing that I am exhausted and I can't carry this alone anymore, but we can carry it together. Similarly, pluralism is just holding hands with someone that's using a different map but sharing the same vision. Because at the end of the day, everyone has a need for community and love. I know it can feel really awkward and uncomfortable to reach out your hand to a stranger, whether you are offering or looking to receive, or both. There is real anxiety there, and many of us have had real experiences that taught us that it was not safe to connect with other people. Navigating the social etiquette of connection is complex and nuanced, and it doesn't always go smoothly. Try anyway. We don't have to have all of the answers. We don't have to know what the right thing to do is. My hot take is that I would much rather fumble trying to reach out to someone that looked like they might need someone to see them than do nothing and watch them drown. Because at least in one of these scenarios, I reached out my hand. Again, I'm not talking about saving the world here. I'm talking about saying hello to someone that is new, even when it feels uncomfortable, and even when you know for a fact that Martha has already said hello to them anyway. Say hello anyway. You don't need to know the person the card is for. Sign the card anyway. Create 5 minutes to text someone back even when you're so busy that it hurts. You don't even have to answer the message directly, but just text something for the sake of the connection. And again, I'd like to remind everybody that I'm preaching to myself more than anybody else in this room, because there are several of y'all in this room that are waiting for me to text you back right now. I'm so for real, y'all. Learning that I could do the next right thing was one of the most crucial lessons I've ever learned in my life. But I really didn't know what it meant until I met my partner. Before, I heard this phrase like several years ago, and before I met him, I had this very like neurodivergent coded definition of what it meant, where in my brain I compiled a list. If I had like a tricky situation I was trying to navigate, I had a list like, this is the best thing, this is the right thing to do. If every like thing was perfect and I had every resource accessible, this is the right thing to do. And then there was like another generated list of like the next right thing. And I would just go down the list and really overcomplicated the whole thing. But my partner taught me that doing the right thing is very simple. And it just means reaching out your hand. You can't take away someone's loneliness and fear, but he'll remember their go-to order from their favorite restaurant and surprise them with it. He can't take away someone's grief, but he will find 10 minutes to text someone when he thinks about them to let them know they're on his mind. He really goes out of his way to do these small things that are kind just for the sake of being kind. Our hands do not have to be big in order to minister big love within our relationships with each other. It takes nothing to be kind. This kindness is the foundation on which we build our lives and survive. If we live our lives with I at the center, then we will miss the ministry we were called to do. But more than anything, love at the center just means remembering to reach out your hand. It's easy to get burrowed in the tunnel vision of living our own lives. But when you leave here, if you remember nothing else, remember that it takes nothing to be kind. At this time, I would like to invite Mike to do our next reading. When I was preparing for today, this came to my mind because I do love this prayer in my Catholic upbringing, showing myself just a little bit. But I did ask Mike if we would read.
Thank you, everybody. This is the prayer of St. Francis Assisi, also known as the prayer for peace. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life.
Next up is our offering, so I'm going to really awkwardly hand off the plates to people. But while we're doing our offering, I have on the slide after this one a hymn that we're all going to sing together, but the words are in the videos, so you don't actually need your book.
I am Kiki, for those that don't know me. So a couple of weeks ago, there was kind of an offhand joke made during the Joys and Concerns that since we had so many neurodivergent people, that when we drop a stone in the water, that we should have shiny stones. And unfortunately, Ren isn't here, but Ren Smith and I kind of took that to heart, and we got together a couple of weeks ago for some friendship and fellowship and creativity, and we made some colorful, shiny rocks of various types. Some have symbols on them, some just have colors, some are shiny, some are not. And so we figured we would give them to the church. So if anybody ever wants to drop a stone in the water for joy or concern, and you're drawn to something more colorful than the ones we have, we're gifting these to the church. And if anybody ever wants to join us to make more or anything, we are all up for that. So, bag of extra rocks, if anybody. And Ren, don't forget Ren.
At this time, if you would like to share a special joy or concern, we invite you to do so now. You may light a candle or put a rock of your shiny or gray choosing into the bowl. I would like to remind you that we are live streaming, so there's a quote here that I'm supposed to say. It will remain in the recording on our Facebook page that others can access. If you have something that you need to talk about with someone that is a little bit too tender for the live stream, you are welcome to reach out to our minister, Reverend Samara, or our pastoral care associates, Mike and Sherry. But our other members are also here for you too, because we minister to one another. That's in the script, by the way. I didn't know that. But the floor is now open.
I don't really have written, I was the one who dropped the rock for autism, so.
Some of them do have, I did put some golden infinity symbols on some of them for autism. So, just so you know, they're in there somewhere.
I actually do have a reason. I made a new friend a while ago, and now I work at the same job, and I really appreciate her, and we have a connection, and it's nice to be able to talk to somebody every day.
And it is Autism Awareness Month.
It is.
I will place a rock in celebration of probably the youngest person in the spectrum, on the spectrum in the building, my 3-year-old great-grandson, who's safely home from a week with the other part of the family. So we're thrilled to welcome him back. It's been a very busy time at my house and the Stanfield house the last week. Our youngest great-grandson, Johnny Paul's little brother, who's 2.5 months old, Toby, had eye surgery Thursday morning, and his mother, Amber, had her gallbladder removed on Friday. So Tasha and I have been on duty as, with the 2.5-month-old, which is a joy, and I slept for 12 hours. But I'm thrilled to report that everybody's on the road to recovery and doing well. I'm grateful for family and surgeons and medical facilities and pediatric ophthalmic surgeons and everybody we needed who was where they needed to be. I'm Barb, and I light a candle for a couple of friends who have fallen recently. Some of you may know Dr. Claire Crew, and she came home yesterday and is looking like she'll be okay. The other, as Paul has explained, is Rebecca, our own Rebecca Zieber. And Mo, your message today hit home so much. I was thinking of Rebecca the whole time, because if anyone needs our support and love right now, one of our own, it's Rebecca. She has been sent to a rehab nursing home place in the Twin Cities. It's quite a distance. I've been there a couple of times. But due to her fall and dehydration, she is so weakened that she can't get out of bed without all four of them. And I have to say, the care at this place is far from good. Adequate. So it's a very tough situation for Rebecca right now. So cards, well, she doesn't have her phone right now, I don't think. But it was heartbreaking for me to see her in that situation. So anyway, that's it. Please keep her back in your thoughts.
So April is a very special month for me because some of the most wonderful parts of my life happen in April, and some of the hardest parts of my life happen in April. Tomorrow is my 6-year anniversary of being on testosterone, which is really cool. Also, my 1-year anniversary of having top surgery is April 23rd, which is really cool. Also, many years ago, after I came out the first time, I tried to kill myself in April, and I'm really grateful that I'm still here. Also, me and my partner are moving together officially on Friday. So, it's going to be a really weird week. So if you just keep us in mind and wish us a mostly smooth with few unexpected obstacles as we condense 2 houses and transition 5 cats into one space.
I feel like I really had to because I was thinking about this song today with somebody. I think they should brought up making a song and how different they are, and I was like, somebody should paint rocks. I'm so happy. So I felt very fine. That's really fun. 2 things. One of my friends, they're out here today. They lost their grandmother, and they're taking it incredibly hard. They were one of the only people that they were, I guess, really in their family they were close to. So just thinking about them today. And then also just saying I'm really thankful for everybody here. As like, you know, a black, trans, gay man, it's very hard in Statesboro at times. And coming here has been really amazing, and also like meeting everybody and how kind y'all have been, and also accepting my babies, because I know they can be a little hectic, like erasing the chalkboard earlier. I was trying to like redraw what was on it, and I couldn't remember. But and then also shout out to my like closest friends, except Steven, because he's watching this and he should have came, but he didn't. That's okay. For Steven.
It was urgent, so.
Let's use that now. Thank you.
I'll light one final candle for all of the joys and things we carry inside of us that are invite you now to invoke that spirit of life and love as we enter a time of prayer reflection. May we know that we as a community are connected in these joys and concerns, and that we may look to one another for support and affirmation. May we truly cherish this time we have shared together this morning. It is now time for our spirit of life, which is on this next slide. I'm going to go back over to the piano, and then we'll play and sing this together. That is amazing. Will you go sit with your dad, please? Are you going to stand here and put my hand? Okay. Solid choice. Either. We're just going to change it. At this time, we're going to extinguish our chalice with this chalice. Our holiness is hard to see by Craig Rowland. As we extinguish this flame, may we carry his smoke with us. Oh, we're going to say it together. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, let's do that. I was like, I thought for a second I was like in two different realities for a second. We're going to start that over and try that again. I'm on the same page with y'all now. As we extinguish this flame, may we carry his smoke with us into the streets, into the places where holiness is hard to see, but always waiting to be noticed. Let us go with eyes open for wonder, even worn out, with reverence for each child's God, and with the knowing that the Savior does not hide from the world. It lives in. Go now, not to escape the brokenness, but to journey beside it, and sometimes to bless it. Now it's time for our announcements. Our first announcement, I think, is that our board meeting that was last week is actually this week. It is on Tuesday. For realsies, it is on Tuesday at 7. In Samara's Zoom room, and if you do not have access to the link but you would like to come, please let me or another board member know, and we'll get you the link this week. But it's Tuesday at 7.
I just wanted to say, for those that would like to be part of a we process in the community tonight, the Migrants Core Group meets at 6 o'clock at Trinity Episcopal Church, and all are welcome to come. And there's lots of work to be done, so please join us if you can at 6.
So the social justice group will meet after class today, so anyone's welcome to join us. And we'll meet them. I think the decision was made on the text thread yesterday. There will be a potluck this coming Sunday, so plan on coming and bringing food. our trusty potluck people, Kathy and Larry, will be away. So we need other folks to show up early and help set up tables and stay late and clean up. That's right, y'all are gone again. Okay. So plan to bring food, but come early to help set up tables. You know, if you want to volunteer to help coordinate, let me or Mo know that. And there will be a card for Rebecca. I'll get one on the table out there, so before you leave, even if you don't know her, please sign your name and send her some love and good wishes.
Usually it's on first Sunday, but Easter. So the medieval group is meeting today, 2:30 in the library. If you're interested at all, come sit with us. It's not going to be as fun as the planting plants for those who came and did that. Thanks for everybody who came to that. We had a blast. Tell your friends. And but today's just going to be the business meeting, but we generally do have like a little mini potluck with snacks and everything, and all ages are welcome, so, come, have some fun, meet people, it's nice. Anyway, 2:30, library here.
Are there any other announcements? Cool. Sorry, I'm looking at the script and suddenly my mind went a little blank. We will now do our closing hymn, and then you can leave if you want to. Our closing hymn is number 95, and this is a really fun recording of it, so please feel free to stand in body or spirit, and if you feel inclined to move around and get celebrated, you are welcome to do so. It doesn't let me do it from the presentation view. Hang on, I have to come out and try it. And then it starts over, and I'm gonna bring it back, I promise.
We have faith in you. You've got this.
I'm gonna try my best. Or it's just gonna start over. I'm really sorry. I tried really hard.
At least it's not one of those insane YouTube videos where somebody's totally off the wall point of view.
That's true. This morning when I was testing the sound, it showed me an ad for beverages that you have to be of a certain age to purchase. And I was like, please don't say that, Richard. Thank you all for waiting. One day maybe we can have a YouTube subscription so we don't have to watch the ads in probably. Yeah. It won't let me skip it in the presenter. I'm stressing out a little bit.
Is that helping?
No. Rise up if you want
Till I find it. Be free.